I love the colour, by the way. I do. Stop it. Now, you'll never guess what this you might guess what this video is about. Welcoming hand gesture. Been practicing. Early days, so I'm not going to get too carried away because I'll have sold it by when? It's Thursday today. Saturday? Might have sold it by Saturday. Hello and welcome back to Farmer Talk. Welcoming hand gesture. Been practicing. Now, you'll never guess what this you might guess what this video is about. Cut to the chase. 2024, 1st of February, my new bike. Well, my used bike. It's not quite 10 months old, but it's new. Let's talk it new. Now, I have in my hand a piece of paper. Scruffle, scruffle, scruffle. This is the number of bikes that I've owned since, well, actually there's a gap, there's two fairly early on at a date I'm not going to reveal. But if we take from 1986 to the current day, I have owned 47 big bikes like this, GS's, Ducati, Triumph, etc. Lucky boy. And if you work out, you've got to squash them in to get that. So there's no gaps. In other words, since 1986, I have always had a big bike, quite fast bike. And but 18 months ago, I just wasn't using my much loved Triumph Scrambler. Loads of vids out on that. Scruffly paper, not needed anymore. And so I haven't had a bike, which has been interesting. For a year I didn't miss, and I've got the Smart, which what was happening was I was carrying a load of cameras around, and these just aren't that good for it. So I didn't miss the thing, but maybe I have just lately. And a small pension yielded a bit more money than I thought. Not a lot, but enough with man maths, which can work wonders to get a bike back again. So here it is. Always like these, and it's not a million miles off from the Triumph Scrambler that I went on about ad infinitum. Is that today's word? Whatever a finitum is, but you add it. And in 2015, I think, I test rode a Scrambler, just captivated by the looks. It was very basic then, and the riding position bit crumped, so and very basic. So none of the electronic. I'll come to it in a sec. None of the toys that this one's got. So it didn't happen. And so off we went with GS's, Triumphs, KTM's, but when I was coming to that now, it's sort of, what bike do I get? And initially, I thought I was going to. I keep looking over there with the Smart because it's in the garage. I thought, sell the Smart, put the bit of money that I've got, and then have a GS. Please, peace. And I was offered a cracking, all but new GS 1250. And I like them, but I'll read out, if you look at the comments, I'll make a vid about this piece of paper, which simply says what the year, what the bike is, and then I added a thought comment, and it makes quite entertaining reading. And one on 1GS, I typed in, "Will I ever learn?" Just think. So, did a little. I hadn't looked up on these, but in I think 2021, they had there was an upgrade, and a revision to, and they did mainly Euro 5 that they had to do, but they got a bit more carried away than that, and really they've done quite a lot. And one of the results, Leany brakes, upgraded the brakes. Linked to that, and this is a full spec model. It's almost like a proverbial Christmas tree. I know it's not a Christmas tree as such, but you know what I mean. So, a few toys on it, part of which is, I think they call it Headlamp Pro Pack. And do you like the voice then? But that links in with the lean angle side of things. And all LED, as I say, and they're not bad. On the lanes in particular, it's pretty good. And I like riding at night, like driving at night. So yeah, that's cool. Sunshine, wow. But love the looks of it. Love this colour, by the way. Yeah, and I'm a sucker. Who doesn't love a tanned seat? So we like that. But I mentioned I didn't like the riding position in 2015. And this is, I can't work out whether they've changed it. I've got to do a bit of checking. It doesn't feel too bad. But I have a secret weapon up my sleeves, which is lower the pegs, raise the bars. All of this is doable. And then pop a comfort seat on 30mm higher. So we can go down 20mm on the pegs, come up 40mm, back a bit on the bars, up a bit on the seat, 30mm. Happy days. What else? Oh, this little button here. Silly little things are important to cruise control. And you say, what do you want cruise control on a bike like this? Well, one, I have no problem, as long as the riding position's comfy, doing a long distance on a naked bike, no problem. And but cruise control is just a fantastic, one touch, etc. And in speed limit Britain, any speed, 20, 30, 40, 20, no, there's a load of cruise controls don't work at 20. And you try and stick to 20 miles an hour on a powerful motorbike, it's impossible. It's frigging difficult. And all you do is look at the speedo. You're not looking where you go. Anyway, so we like that. Have you spotted, I'm early days, so I'm not going to get too carried away, because I'll have sold it by when? It's Thursday today. Saturday? Might have sold it by Saturday. So the plan is to get out and about on it, do some tarmac trails, and just go for a ride. And that's the thing about a bike. If I go back over the years, according to the piece of paper, I've also got one of the cars I've owned. And there's an embarrassing list of cars, some of them quite interesting. I'm going to put my foot in it here. I must have done it a few times, but I can't really remember taking a nice car out just for a drive with no aim of even just say, oh, I'll go and see Dave for a coffee or something like that. However, most of my bike riding was for no reason whatsoever than to just enjoy the ride. And often I would just ride with no destination, left, right, wherever I fancied going. And yeah, so there'll be a bit of that. And I love the colour, by the way. I do. Stop it. Enough waffle, thank you. See you again for some vids soon. Did I say I could have washed it, couldn't I? Oh well.